Hi, I'm Megan Duffy with Compass, and today I'm going to bring you part 2 of beauty tips and tricks for the new decade. And I'm really excited to introduce you to a professional hair and makeup artist, Eliza Desch, and she has an incredible line of makeup and does a great job, so she's going to give us some tips today. Thank you so much for joining us, Eliza. I'm so excited because you always make me look so beautiful and I love what you do. So tell me a little bit about how long you've been in the business and what inspired you to get into this business.
Well, I always like to say that I've been doing hair and makeup my whole life because when I was little, it was on a Barbie head.
Yeah.
And I would spend hours in my room drawing faces, but I didn't decide to become a makeup artist until I was in my 30s. So I've been doing this now for about 15 years. Started out as a freelancer for Laura Mercier and then went out on my own.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about the company because I know it has some great backing and values as well.
Yeah.
With the products.
So as part of my freelance business, for the past 4 years, I've been selling products from a company called Lime Life by Alcone. So they are a pro makeup store in New York, and they realized that a lot of pro artists were sending their clients in to buy professional quality makeup. So they decided that they would private label some of their best pro brands and sell it through makeup artists. Now, as part of my business, I sell this line of professional cosmetics and natural skincare, which has really enhanced my business by being able to offer makeup lessons to clients, touch-up products to people. It's just really become a huge part of my business.
Well, yeah, well, let's get into some of the tips and tricks and what you do.
So I have prepped Alexis's skin so she's nice and hydrated. Part of doing makeup is it can only look as good as the skin underneath. So her skin is nice and prepped now. And I'm actually gonna start by doing her eyes first. So simply by concealing the eyelid before doing makeup, you're providing a great base for the shadow. So now that I've done that, we're gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow. For every day, I teach my clients just to have like one great go-to color that you can throw on. You always want your transitions to be soft. You don't want a hard stop. So by taking a clean blending brush and going over the edge, it just softens it up. So now I'm just doing kind of a flesh-toned matte color up by her brow bone, and that's just gonna soften the edges of the shadow that I've already done. So tight lining is something you can do with a liquid liner, you can do it with a gel, or you can do it with a pencil, which is what I'm gonna do. You're really just enhancing the look of the natural lash line, we're just defining it, and it's a really natural way to do liner. You always wanna get right to the base of the lashes with the curler. And that really opens up the eyes with the mascara. That's where you want the bulk of the product to be deposited. So we're gonna start in the middle of her face here, which is where most people need the most coverage. You always want the face and the neck to be the same color. I'm gonna need concealer in a few spots. So I like to follow with the sponge, and I find that by doing that, I'm getting rid of any brush marks. So now I'm gonna powder her face to set the foundation, but I don't wanna powder her whole face. I just wanna do it strategically. You'll notice that I'm not rubbing with the brush, I'm simply tapping it on. And now let's do some blush. So we want to put the blush right on the cheekbone here. So with blush, the mistake a lot of people make is using too big of a brush, and then the color goes out too far. So my favorite trick for brows is this brow gel. I like this brow gel because it's tinted and it has fibers in it, so it creates fullness, it fills in, and it grooms brows into place. Let's do kind of a pretty nude lip. So filling in with a liner is going to help your lipstick to last longer. So last I'm going to do a little bronzer. This is just going to add some dimension to her face. I'm just going to do it at the high points where the sun would hit. I like to also kind of blend in the blush with a little bit of bronzer. Et voila!
It looks beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, and it looks natural and very glamorous.
Right. You should just look like the best version of yourself.
I agree. I think it's beautiful. Well, thank you for joining us, and until next time.